Hello, everyone. We are Miguel and Arteto, ready to start the show.
That was something.
Miguel,
say hi.
where is the voice, Miguel?
I'm not even going to try because I'll sound offensive. Hey, Paul. You know what? He's late because of me. Okay? I'll take the blame.
It is all because of El Hablo. Miguel here.
El Chilo.
With this, you do not want to know what he was doing with the squirrel girl.
All I'm going to say is I'm allergic to nuts, so I know how to kill people easily with nuts. So that's why I'm good with squirrel girls.
I tell you, he likes nuts. You heard it here. This looks weird. I don't like it. Bad t-shirt. Alright, let's kick in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another show. I am joined with my fabulous host, Chili. Say something.
Hello, it's me, Chili. Hi.
And yeah, I've been missing this week. I've been missing on Tuesday, I think, and I think on Wednesday, if memory serves me. I've just been so busy with work, and as there wasn't really that much to talk about on Tuesday, except for when I finally decided I had visitors come round and everything, and I said, right, that's like the perfect thing. Visitors came round on Tuesday. Warner Brothers decided to, hey, you wanted some news, didn't you? All right, we'll make some up. Quick, go fire some people. And so that happened.
Uh,
But other than that, how has everyone been? Chili, how have you been? How is your escapades into squirrel laundering going?
It's been fun. It's been a busy week, and it's going to continue to be a busy week for the rest of the week. I was playing Marvel Rivals with some content creators on Tuesday for charity, and tonight I'm doing an event on Fantasy 14 for charity, and then tomorrow I've got another event that I'm also helping out. So and then my own content and work. So yeah, it's been a busy week.
So
it's been a crazy week.
If you can support Chili in his charity drive, please do after the stream. Go check him out.
Thank you.
Where are you streaming?
I won't be streaming, but I think someone is streaming.
Don't support him.
I will be doing a weird. Okay, It'll be a weird chili contest in game. So if you want a chance to win money in game, you can do that. It's my first time role playing at an event, so it's gonna be fun.
There you go. You should go support him.
Yeah. So if you play 14 and you play on the North American servers, it'll be on the Crystal Data Center. You can win up to 5 million gil.
Steve gonna be there day one, first minute, first second. So
yeah, thank you for having me on as always.
Oh, Paul, I'm
it's
so
nice
sorry.
chatting with you.
Sorry to hear that, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul, man.
That really sucks. Seriously. I hope you rebound well.
So, I'm wishing you the best, Paul. Seriously, good luck. It sucks right now for everyone. And yeah, it does suck about Wonder Woman. But I think we're going to talk about that later, maybe.
Yeah, we've got a nice little itinerary planned today. And hopefully that will see us through. But I did want to start the show with something that's been happening in a particular video that I made. A lot of angry people are in there. And I mean angry people. So I'm actually really thinking about making a video on just the toxic comments and just outing these people altogether, just so people can know what type of disgusting people they are. But one of them caught my eye. One of them in particular caught my attention. I ignored all of them, right? But one of them caught my attention. Because apparently giving Astrobot 94 out of 100, that was my review, is me giving Astrobot a bad review.
Sure.
I don't get it. Me saying that Stellar Blade was in the top, I think it was in the top 3 of my best games of 2024.
How dare you have your own individual opinion on the internet? How dare you have your own
I don't get it, Chili. I don't get it.
How very dare you have your own opinion on the internet? You know that already.
Should have been 9.15. PlayStation tax for real.
The problem is though, let's just say you gave it a 99. Then they'll be complaining that you gave it too high of a score because it doesn't deserve it. You can never win with no matter what you score something. It's either going to be way too high or way too low. There's nobody ever agrees with the score you give ever.
But that was crazy. That was like this. They turned around and said that apparently I said Avowed was the greatest game ever, which I didn't. I've never said that, even though I am actually enjoying it.
You said that it's a good game.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I've only played about 6-7 hours, but
it looks fun. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
It's weird, right? Because Avowed is one of those games that it looks so boring when you're watching someone else play it, but it's so much fun when you're actually playing it.
I don't know. I enjoy watching it. Like I enjoy watching it, so I don't think it's that boring to watch. But then I also a lot of the times watch stuff while also playing games, so it's more second monitor stuff for me when I'm watching streams.
Yeah, it's just like there's certain games that just aren't really fun to watch, but they're really fun to play.
As I said, a lot of stuff I watch is second screen, so
yeah,
it's more background noise than it is actually I'm sat here focused. So.
Yeah, I've got my suspicions as well, Taz, but let me know after the stream. Because I just thought that was crazy. Of all the things that they're going to moan about, they moaned at apparently...
What's your big Dreamcast guy in a burner account?
They moaned at the fact that I said Stellar Blade was second or third best game of the year in my top 10 last year. I think I gave it second. Because Indiana Jones was my first, easily.
Yeah.
I love that game. Through and through. That's easily my favorite game in a long time. But Stellar Blade was over second or third. And they said I gave Astrobot a bad review because it's a PlayStation game, and I'm like, huh? Wait, 94 is a bad review? So what do they call Ghost of Tsushima at 83? Look, no one saw that, Steve.
Nobody saw what?
Me hiding in a corner. I was not hiding. I was allowing I was allowing my companions to express themselves and grow and gain their own XP. At some point, they need to run on their own 2 feet. They need to, grow and evolve, and I was giving them, as a nurturing parent, that opportunity. That's exactly what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Well, Brian, I don't think we'll ever get an actual real sale of Astrobot, especially now the fact that, I don't know if you saw, they've announced an Astrobot PlayStation 5 bundle.
That should rack up numbers now. How to artificially...
And it's... So, like, you're not going to get official Astrobot numbers because it's going to be bundled with the PS5. Where is it?
Digitally,
and it's going to get discount. Yeah, digitally, from what I've heard. There's going to either get a physical or digital copy, but it's, physical or digital PS5, but you always get a digital copy of Astrobot.
Because originally, Astrobot was supposed to be a PS5 title, right? With the PS5 Pro title. So when it launched with the PS5 Pro, it was originally supposed to be on there, and they were supposed to give it to you for free. And then they realized, when everyone kind of got super hyped about it, that they could monetize it. And so they said, yeah, we could give you that for free, but we're for the players, so we're going to charge you every penny.
Of course, I kind of want to if I can, but it means again a train, and I don't know what time I've got on Sunday, so we'll see.
What's happening on
Dragon
Sunday?
Ball Battle of Gods is going to be getting a cinema re-release this weekend, extended as well. So,
Dragon Ball.
Tomorrow's the last episode of Daima as well, so before the anime ends.
I wasn't hiding.
€499 or $449 for the drive, and the one without disc drive will be $399.
What's that for?
So, the PS5.
They still do the digital PS5? Oh right, they did the whole rebrand. They did slim, didn't they? I kind of like
the PS5 digital console pack without the drive, and a download code for Astrobot, and then the standard with disc drive. So,
I didn't, Paul. I've been sleeping most of this week where I can. Yeah, so it's been a rough few weeks with work, so I've just been needing as much sleep as I can possibly get.
You're not in the UK, right, Gortzy? Right? I think you're in America. Or is he?
Dude, he's a scouser.
Because
he's a scouser.
Where have you been watching the dub? Because last I saw it's not on Crunchyroll. Okay. Where's the dub then? Because I've been watching the sub anyway. But okay. Yeah, it's frustrating. They haven't got an official. Yeah, they still don't have an official release for the dub in the UK.
Oh, so VPN. You can always use a VPN and then access other countries. It's literally what everyone else does.
I'm just saying, like, it's really frustrating. Like, I want to legally be able to support them in my own country, and I can't do it.
Well, then you go support the other country that's charging us 25% tariffs. Blade of Fire has an Xbox trailer. I've not even heard of Blade of Fire. What is Blade of Fire, Chili?
I don't know. I've never heard of it either, I don't think.
This better be the best game since sliced bread, Bags. You're making me change my itinerary.
It's a book. Yeah. Fair, Gortzy.
And Talos, I'm a warrior that picks up magic. If that makes sense. I was thinking of going wizard, but I know my kid's going to play wizard because he likes magic, so I'll be watching him play a little bit as well, so I thought I'd get the best of both worlds. Well, we're going to check it out right now because it's getting groovy. But Chili, what do you think? Mm-hmm. Do you think we're eventually going to get into nerve gear and full dive into games, or is that still years away? I know IBM were very close at one point. They've got half dive working. But will they get full dive?
I don't even know what you mean. So,
really? You've never watched...
Full dive what?
You've never watched... Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Oh, I forgot the anime's name. I know the characters, but I don't know. That's how tired I am.
Sword Art Online.
That's the
I'm
one.
guessing that's what SAO.
Yeah.
Bullets kill. I hate the fact that I knew what it meant. I've never watched it. I knew what it meant just from the anagram.
So essentially, you kind of wear this headset, connects to your brain, and you kind of go into a zombie state on your bed where everyone thinks you're dead. But you actually, your conscience kind of goes into the virtual world, like an MMO, for example. And you get to move around freely as if yourself, and you level up and learn skills, and you don't need a controller or anything. You control everything as you are, basically, with your mind.
The future.
It could work.
That's the scary part. Is you're wrong, not wrong. It can work.
Yeah, and in the game, the game master decided to cancel the logout button and challenge everyone to get to the 70th floor. And if you ended up passing or perishing in the game by running out of HP, which is one of my specialties, I generally always run out of HP, which is why I stock up on a lot of potions, your body perishes in real life. Even more exciting, right?
I mean, everyone wants realism.
Exactly. All right, let's check this out.
It better be the greatest game of all time.
I don't know, but I'm going to put the volume down a little bit because I've been demonetized too many times.
Well, you lost me at 505 games.
I know 505 do okay games. Wait, didn't they do Alan Wake and Control? Well, they published it anyway.
They're published. Like I say, Remedy made them.
Yeah.
This looks really pretty, but I'm worried it's just going to turn into... okay, no, never mind.
I don't know. It looks very generic.
I'm getting... We wanted to make a Souls game, but not really. Very one-on-one combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Pokemon Champions looks quite cool. Steve, I wouldn't even call it a God of War clone because God of War, you have multiple characters on screen.
I don't know. It feels like it just decided to take a couple of tropes from everywhere and say, hey, this is going to work. And then I'm not sure if it's actually working. But I'll give it a try. It's going to be on Game Pass anyway, so... Okay, you can see the boobies there, so I'll definitely give it a try.
Yeah, I was going to say Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, the one where you... Yeah.
May 22nd. Nice. And if you pre-order now, you get 10% off. Devin.
What's 10% off free when it's on Game Pass?
It's not on Game Pass. If it was, it would have said.
No. Boo.
Which means 90% of Xbox owners ain't buying it. That's a joke. Still a funny one.
Yeah, it's more like 85.
No, actually. Did you hear, Chile, that Manchester United is doing so well that we are, I think, 3 points away from top of the Premier League?
Well, good job. I still remember when my town had a football club that got so bad that it ended up nearly becoming a wildlife exhibit.
So we now have a real big chance of actually winning the Premier League for the first time in years.
Wow. Good job. You are the winners. No, by the way, I'm not even joking about that. Because they basically the football team they disbanded the football team, right? So the stadium, they left it to rot, and they got so bad that it was actually just, like you see in like video games where everything's overgrown with greenery and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what our stadium looked like. Looked like it had been lifted from The Last of Us and plopped into the middle of the town because nobody was wanting to look after it. Oh.
So this screen that you can see here, Chili.
Yeah.
Blades of Fire. Digital pre-order bonus. You get forging materials. You get an Iron Paladin attire for Aran. A Lord of the Steel attire for Aran. And a Hammerhead for Hyssop weapon. What do you think of these incentives to pre-order?
I mean, if it's actual gear, it's going to be useful for the first 15 minutes of the game, and then you're going to get better gear that improves on it. The additional forging materials, I guess, and that will make the start of the game easier. But apart from that, yeah. Like, there's worse. I'd rather stuff like this than some other stuff that can be out there.
I don't know.
Like, give me this over 24 hours early access.
I get that, but why don't companies believe in their games to release without all of this? Oh, please pre-order our game. We promise it's not going to be broken, and to sweeten the deal, we're going to give you some stuff that if our game is broken, you can't play it anyway.
I don't think it's just because the game is broken. It's mainly because there's so many games out nowadays compared to what they used to be back in the day. You need to add stuff into your game to have people want to buy your game.
See, 10% discount is good. I think a 10% discount is good for an incentive to pre-order. I just don't get the need for them to start throwing stuff in. It almost just feels tacky. They don't believe that their game can actually sell.
I don't know.
Because 9% chance it will be broken.
I mean, this is probably going to... What? The more we see this, the more I see Jack Black, but skinny. I don't know why.
It's the beard.
Yeah.
Manchester United only existed in the 90s? No, that is incorrect. They only existed under Alex Ferguson.
Man, these are sure words. I don't know much about football.
All you need to know is Alex Ferguson was the greatest manager of all time and will never be bested by any manager ever again. That pretty much...
Where you go?
See?
Dreamcast game gave Monster Hunter 10 out of 10. When he talked about Jaggies and from what I've heard, also people are saying it's too easy, which will be interesting to see.
So yeah, that's actually So let me see if I can find a trailer for Monster Hunter so I can run that wild thing we talk about it, because I actually do want to talk about Monster Hunter because I've seen some weird reviews.
I'm excited. I have it pre-ordered. I'm gonna have it play it tomorrow on stream.
I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Let's go.
I mean, I have to pre-order. I got to get those cosmetics.
Of course you do. So
I didn't get the deluxe though because I thought those cosmetics are ugly.
So, Xbox Era gave this game a 75 out of 100. And that's obviously what tanked the Xbox Metacritic score. Because,
yeah.
Apart from them, everyone else pretty much gave it like 85s and 90s and whatnot. But they gave it a 75. Yeah. So you can't even call Xbox tax because your own house is cutting the game. But the person that actually reviewed it is actually a Monster Hunter veteran. Right? He loves Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And his biggest gripe of the game was that there is no challenge. Like, it was really, really easy. And so I did some digging and spoke to a few people. and I found out that that's actually it's not it's not a bug or anything. It's actually a design choice that they've decided to go with this time round to try and bring more people in, which I think is not a bad
Yeah.
thing. Right? Because one of the things with Monster Hunter is that it has that kind of Souls difficulty, but it's very satisfying when you defeat the monsters. But then some of them just take the royal piss, like Kirin. Like literally the royal piss. Or you've got like Rathalos, who's annoying, Diabolos, and so forth. You've got some cool looking monsters here that are new as well. But at the end of the day, it puts people off playing. So making it more
Isn't that the whole
accessible, I think it might
like?
not be
I
a
just
bad
want to
thing.
add in like making the base game easier because we already know there's content being added later on in seasons, like with more
Well,
monsters
there's
and
an end
stuff.
game, right?
Yeah, like, it's better to make the base game accessible so that everyone have a chance to play and get used to it, and then start ramping up the difficulty over time,
Yeah, so that's
like
how
at
I
the end game
feel.
and further.
Yeah, and that's
That's my
basically
view on it.
what I've been told. That's going.
Yeah.
That's how they've designed it,
Well, that's
and
good.
and I
In
think
my opinion,
that's
that's
a
good.
yeah. I think that's actually a much better option. You get introduced to the mechanics properly. You get introduced to the monsters properly, and you can hone your gear. Like when I played Monster Hunter Worlds, I did not like the gem system at all. Like I found that the
Yeah.
most boring grind ever. And I found beehive chips for like hours, and that was more entertaining than farming gems. So let that sink in. But
Yeah.
and I stopped playing after it got to the end game. I just found the end game really boring. But I did enjoy the story of Monster Hunter Worlds, and if this has a
I mean,
good
I think
story,
I'll be honest. I think my main reason I'm excited for Wilds and the reason why I picked it up is because the fact it's crossplay. I've got so many friends that want to play it that are going to be on PC, and like now I'll be able to play it with them. So I'm
difficulty
excited for
matters,
that.
guys. I get that, but why does it need to
Yeah.
be difficult out the gate? Why is
Yeah,
it
you
when you
don't
go and
want
look
to
at the first?
frustrate people
Yeah, like
from the start.
you see this cute
If
little
you don't,
furball,
yeah.
and it beats the fuck out of you.
I mean, that'd be funny. Like, I would like that as later on as a troll, but that's
Well,
just me.
go play Final Fantasy 11 then. There's a rabbit waiting for you.
Yeah, yeah. There's a rabbit around every corner that can murder you.
Yeah, no matter what level you are.
Uh,
But the end game, yeah, that's going to be difficult, and it should be difficult. I don't know, but maybe not enough people are buying the game. Maybe they're hoping that this will actually encourage more people to buy it.
like I said, I don't think it's that not enough people are playing. It's just that you can always have more. Steve, I'm surprised there's not actually a game like that, like where you die, you have to rebuy the game. I'm surprised that no indie title has not tried something like that. Like a full price game, no, but like I'm surprised there's not like a £2.50 game that's come out where if you die, you have to rebuy it.
Well, I mean,
I mean, it's probably illegal.
there are games that you buy. There is an indie game. I can't remember what it's called, but you buy it, and when you play,
Yeah.
you get like 1 or 2 lives. And then if
Yeah.
you want to continue playing that game, you have to buy more lives. Otherwise, you can't play anymore.
Oh wow.
So that does exist. See, I played for the 1 or 2 lives, and then I realized that they want me to pay for lives. And I was like,
Yeah. So someone
yeah,
says you mean like the arcades? Yeah. Put so much money in trying to beat Time Crisis 4 in the arcades back in the day.
I don't have to anymore. I can use my light gun at home.
Oh, did you do a review on that? Because I
I
know you
did.
talked about. I'll have to go check it out.
It's very good. It's all based on your calibrate. You need to calibrate it properly, so
Yeah.
take the time to calibrate it. But once you've calibrated it properly, and certain games calibrate extremely well, as opposed to other ones. But once calibrated correctly, it's like pinpoint accurate. It's really, really good. Don't give Sony ideas. Don't need to give Sony ideas.
I remember that, Steve. I remember Warframe making you wait 24 hours. Yeah, I remember that. I think you had 4 lives or 5 lives on Warframe, right? Yeah. I'm excited for Wilds. It's midnight, it goes live, but of course I'm busy tonight, so 3 lives, okay.
Well, you could always move to one of the Aussie countries, right?
Yeah, everyone kept joking. So how many people are moving to New Zealand? Is what I kept seeing on Twitter. Nice, Paul. That's amazing. Dragon's Lair 1 and 2, I remember that.
Did anyone know that there's a new House of the Dead arcade game?
A new one? I know they... Okay.
I went to the arcades, I think it was last weekend. So my daughter's, we went to Bluewater for my daughter's birthday, and they went to some gravity jumping thing, and so the boys wanted to go play some arcades. And I actually saw a new House of the Dead there. It is the most cruel, money-guzzling machine I've ever seen in my life. Like, that machine literally is designed to guzzle your money. It's worse than the Halo arcade machine.
That reminds me of the fact that, right, in Japan, there was a Dragon Ball arcade game, right, for the last 14 years. And it was doing really well. Even 14 years on, it still does well because you buy physical cards and then you could scan the physical cards to play the game, right?
Yep.
It was doing really well. And then last year they decided we're going to scrap it and bring it, with new graphics. And now that they brought it back with new graphics, it's flopped. If they'd kept it, they'd have been fine.
I think it's called House of the Dead 4. Let me just see if this is it.
December 2022?
Might be House of the Dead 5. It's not this one. Definitely not this one. Yeah, Scarlet Dawn. There it is.
Okay, 2018.
So let me put it on.
Oh, it's Unreal Engine 4.
So this is it, basically. I was there and it was like, this is crazy. I didn't even realize that there was a new House of the Dead. But a 5th one was made for the arcades. The problem was the calibration on those arcade machines was horrendous. You couldn't shoot in the bottom corners of the screen.
Wow.
So the moment the zombies actually jumped on you, it was game over for the person because you couldn't shoot the zombies off you. Yeah, I shot him. And on our second playthrough, the zombie ate him. But it was interesting to see that I was, legit surprised that this... See, that's what happened to us. That's literally what happened to us.
Damage. Good. Excellent. Amazing.
I want to know what arcade board this is running on. But yeah, I was really surprised to see this at the arcade machines. It's definitely a pleasant surprise.
Okay, it uses previous animations from previous House of the Dead. It doesn't really say what it's running on, apart from the fact it's Unreal Engine 4.
I mean, it looks
arcade hardware?
I mean, you had Model 2, which was the other ones, and then Model 3, but I'm pretty sure they're different now.
ALSS hardware.
Yeah, you've even got Virtual Cop 3, right? They made a Virtual Cop 3 as well.
Have you played Resident Evil Lightgun game? Yes, I think Code Veronica. I think that was it, right?
Not Code Veronica, Survivors, I think.
Gun Survivors, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah, I remember playing it. But okay. Okay, Dead or Alive 6 and House of the Dead are running on this engine.
Which, UE4. Yeah, I was actually surprised.
I mean the arcade board, ALLS.
Oh right, ALSS. I was really surprised to see arcades at Blue Water, so I was like, yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah, when I went to Cineworld, I realized they had an arcade and popped in. Yeah, Dead or Alive 6, Paul. Did I say that wrong? Yeah. 2019.
So Chili,
Those were the Wii games, right?
Which one? Gun Survivor?
Sorry, I'm talking about Leaf. Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles. I think they were on Wii, right?
I think they were, but they were on other platforms as well.
Okay.
But have you played Avowed?
No.
You have not played Avowed?
On what device would I have played it on?
xCloud or GeForce Now? Or
There.
any other cloud
Actually,
platform?
why no
or
camera?
PC?
I don't go on. Why no? When have I ever gone on camera, Steve?
I've seen you a few times on camera.
Yeah,
with the
you've
hat.
seen me, but
With the legendary hat. Sin and Punishment was a good game too. But yeah, I finally managed to sit down and play like 5, 6, 7 hours of Avowed. And I don't know, maybe it's because I don't play a lot of Western games, but this one actually hit differently for me. I like the fact that, unlike like a lot of other games, you know, like your choices that you make don't really matter. They all kind of lead down to the same path. On this one, I found that I could be as evil or as endearing as I wanted to be, and I really like that. The actual combat feels really nice. I'm using the heavy axe, especially when you're actually fully staggering the enemies and doing your combo. It feels so weighty. I don't know if anyone is enjoying the combat of the melee, but I'm really, really loving the melee combat. And at the moment, I'm just really, really enjoying it. It's a really good game. If you haven't heard, Sumo actually gave it a 9 out of 10.
I mean, from what I've seen, it looks good, so I'm not surprised.
Nah, I had my reservations, man. From what I saw to what was going on, trust me, playing it is like a different experience entirely. And, you know, I'm really enjoying it. Of course, you can't break certain pots in the game, and that's a problem for some people. Or there's like a specific certain wildlife animals that you can't kill, and that's also a problem for people. I think they're not going to leave you alone now, Chili.
Well, spoilers, no camera.
He is
I'm playing. Diablo's playing Avowed right now, supposedly.
There is a lot of dialogue in that game. a lot of dialogue. There's so much that I think they've overloaded it a bit too much. Look, what is it with you guys and pots? Leave the damn pots alone. They've literally done nothing to you. Why do you want to go on a murdering spree of pots? Essentially.
I mean, you never know when they might have money in it.
Look, they're not going to have any rupees so you can take back to Zelda. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, I was playing Dragon Quest. I've been playing Dragon Quest 3 for the first time, and I accidentally stole someone's underwear. So who knows? Maybe you'll find underwear in the pots.
Only you.
It was funny though. I was like, it was funny because like I stole the underwear and then I could go sell the underwear to the same person because I found out he was the shopkeeper. So I could go sell his own underwear to him. Yeah. Accidentally.
Dragon Quest is definitely a franchise I really want to start playing. If and when
I've been enjoying
I have time.
It's been fun.
Yeah, I really like the gameplay, Bryan. I really do like it. It's really, really good. And some of the stuff I've seen online where you can get really creative with the elements, it's kind of really cool. So, I'm actually pretty damn thing about it. So, Chili, this one might actually be something you're happy about, since you're all about, the PlayStation and the Pro.
Well,
we know how you favored
PlayStation.
Huh?
You had me at PlayStation.
We know you love the PlayStation. But let me put this up. So the pros get Forza Horizon 5 lands on April the 25th with PS5 Pro enhancements, increased visual fidelity in 60 FPS mode, adds ray traced car reflections to races and free roaming quality mode, which is 30 FPS, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. I'm excited. April's a good time. Yeah, I can't wait, to be honest. I'm looking forward to this. I might actually pick this up day one.
You should. It's a really good game. If you like arcade racing games, as opposed to simulation, because this is not a simulation racing game. This is arcade.
I like both simulation and arcade, but the issue is there's not been enough arcade games. Bryan says I bought Quest 3 on Xbox and loving it, and I got the tough cookie personality from Stupid Questline. Yeah, I got, what was it? Self-absorbed or something like that.
If you're talking about the ray traced car reflections, they were very minimal and they weren't really ray traced. I think they were rasterized reflections or whatever it was. Or is that Motorsport? I can't remember. I might be mixing the two up. Either way, it's no surprise that the PS5 Pro version is going to run better. It's a more powerful machine.
And newer hardware will run better than the older hardware. Man.
Power Boss, they're trying to convert me. Every week they try in the hopes that I'll be converted.
The PlayStation?
Yeah. Become a PlayStation fanboy.
No, because then why would I be here? I have to be here to be the fanboy. You can't take my spot on your show.
I mean, I posted what one person sent me on X today, and they've privated their account already.
Oh, that reminds me. I responded to someone that didn't like the Fantasy 14 story. I'm like, look, it's not great, but like I didn't like Stormblood that much. And then they went through my followers list and like picked one random follower and like, haha, you follow this person. I'm like, yes. How is this anything to do with what we were talking about? Okay, sure. Thanks, person.
Was it only
Right.
in photo mode? Okay.
Here we go, pharmacy again. Look, there was pharmacy talk earlier. What do you mean, Steve? This isn't the first time we've brought up Final Fantasy.
Absolutely, it is. There's no way you can prove it otherwise. You see, Steve. Even when I'm trying not to have it on the show, it just pops up. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Well, do you want to know? Do you want to know a rumor while we're talking about Xbox and PlayStation stuff?
Go on.
A couple of hours ago, supposedly, there's two things. Make sure I remember. Tom Warren supposedly said that they're actually targeting for the April release for Indiana Jones on PS5.
I mean, that makes sense. They're going towards the end of spring. Or early spring.
And also, Jez Corden says that they're also targeting April for Hellblade 2.
I mean, they've been talking about Hellblade 2 for a while, but Hellblade 2 will go.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
But that would mean that we're going to get 3 Microsoft games in April. If that's true. If it's true. Again, take it with a pinch of salt. So.
They are pushing those games out quite frequently now.
Yeah.
Anyone for a hot dog?
Anyone for a hot dog? No, they ran out. Sorry. If you get that reference, you're awesome.
Steve, I didn't say anything about it, so my $10 is still on.
Yeah, I was the one who said it. No, you mentioned 11.
I said nothing. I said 11. I didn't say the F word. So it doesn't count.
I can say the 11 number and describe it in detail, but as long as I don't say the word.
And look, I said 11. I said beehive chips. I said rabbit. It don't count until you say the word.
I suppose Xbox have to put their games on PlayStation to help the ponies justify their cost of their PS5 Pro. So, Gortzy, the thing is that a lot of people seem to want to attack the Pro. I'm going to defend it as always, I guess. Where the fact that Sony, it's basically a beta test for the PS6. So everyone should.
I actually don't think it is anymore.
You don't think it is?
No, because FSR 4 apparently is running leagues ahead of Pissa. And I reckon that Sony's going to look at this at some point and say, if Pissa isn't actually improving and all it's doing is pissing over people's screens, we might as well just...
It's still a beta test, though.
Yeah, we might as well just cut our losses and move over to FSR 4, which is running on RDNA 4 technology.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. Sony doesn't target it for, like, the Pro isn't designed for the massive market. It's designed for people that want to spend more than they do on a console, but don't want to invest into a PC. It's why they don't, like, it's not designed to be mass market. So, that's why I have no issue with the Pro. Because it's not for everyone. It's not supposed to be for everyone.
No, it's an enthusiast console. A very expensive console, mind you. Which Sony... I mean, I think what Sony tried to do there is say, look, we don't have competition anymore. So let's see how far we can take the piss. And so they tried it with the 700
take
quid.
The piss exactly, but let's...
700 quid is taking...
competition. No, they're basically, we don't have competition anymore. We can just charge to get money.
Mate, 700 quid is taking the piss.
But how much are the hardware components?
You always make a loss.
The hardware components are 680.
You always make a loss on the hardware.
Yeah, that's what I said. There's a huge chance they're like, well, we don't have competition. We don't have to price it low. We'll just price it so we don't take as much.
I mean, why is it historically that Sony and Microsoft always took a hit on the console price?
Because they've got competition.
No.
Okay.
The reason why they can
Yeah,
afford to do it, and why companies
Yeah.
like Asus, Lenovo can't do it, right? Look at the handheld market, right? Everyone was saying like the Steam Deck, the Asus ROG Ally, the Lenovo Go, these are competing in the same kind of area as the Switch, but they're also outpricing themselves from the Switch. You can buy a Switch for 200 quid. Sure, it's
except for
way underpowered.
except for the Steam. I would say except for the Steam Deck. I feel like the Steam Deck isn't that much overpriced.
600. I mean, if you want a decent one, it's 500 quid.
Yeah. But if you just want to get into the ecosystem, it's not that bad.
It's 350, but you got no hard drive space, so you're gonna have to go and buy a hard drive anyway. You get like a MMC hard drive, which is rubbish. It's not even a proper SSD. So you're gonna go and upgrade, and you're already paying 100 quid just for the upgrade. So you're back to 450 quid, and the hassle of opening it up. So it's just not worth it. You're better off just buying at least a mid tier for 459. The problem is Microsoft and Sony can afford to sell the console at a loss, because not only do they sell games, but they also sell accessories, and those are the subsidies for the console's lack of, for the hit on the console.
If you buy, isn't it like if you buy a year's worth of Plus when you buy the PlayStation or Xbox,
you're making a profit.
It works out as even. Yeah.
But companies like Asus and Co can't do that. They have nothing to subsidize with, so they have to sell it at a profit, which is why their pricing is so high, and they're pricing themselves out of the market. But the Sony didn't have to do that, but they knew that they could. Hence my term, they took the piss.
Yeah. But they could have done worse, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, they could have done way worse. They could have priced it at 800-900 if they wanted to.
That's what I said. That's why I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that they didn't take the piss. I'm just saying that compared to what they could have done, the Pro. And I'm not going to end the sentence because I don't want to, because I feel dirty just saying this.
Just
the first part of the sentence.
Just say it.
No,
Everyone's dying to hear the Chili speak dirty.
I'm
speak
done.
dirty to me, Chili.
No.
Do it.
I'm done. That's it.
Do it.
No. No.
This is sounding really wrong. This is not that type of a show, folks.
But if you want to hear that type of show, subscribe to his Patreon.
From as low as £1. I didn't manage to watch it. I was too busy trying to work out how to use a CMS called Sitecore, if anyone's heard of that.
I didn't think it was horrible, Power Boss.
How long was it anyway?
About 20 minutes.
Let's see.
It was not awful.
Nintendo Showcase, or was it Nintendo Pokemon?
I think it was Pokemon. I'll be honest, I was watching someone react to it.
Pokemon Day?
Yeah, Pokemon Day.
It is 20 minutes. I'm guessing I can always
it wasn't that horrible.
Mute this section after the stream.
Like, I'm not going to say it was good, perfect, but it wasn't horrible. And yeah, I would have liked a release date.
Yes, Devin. It counts. That counts as a console sale.
Well, I'm going to go make a drink quickly because I realized I didn't do that before the show.
Go.
Why you?
All right. So, there's still at least 2 more topics I want to discuss today. And we also wanted to check out this Pokemon presentation, which you can't see on screen right now, which is absolutely intentional. So don't think that I'm not actually aware of it. But we can check it out. It's like 20 minutes. It's not that long. So what do you guys think about the whole news about Fable? And how do you feel about it? I mean, Fable looked great. I mean, I've got my video out. I think it looked awesome. I genuinely believe it looked awesome. And I don't mind if they need more time to do it, to make it right. I'm super excited for it, and I hope it actually delivers. But the delay now is on a 50-50 scale of we're delaying it because GTA 6 is coming out, or we're delaying it because we want to get the PlayStation 5 version ready day and date. How do you guys feel if that is the case? Like, what will your view be? Like, if technically they're delaying the game for what? 6 months, a year and a half, whatever it is, so they can get the PlayStation 5 version ready and release it all at the same time. I mean, I think it's GTA 6. That's where I stand. I don't think it's got anything to do with the PS5. I think it's totally GTA 6. The problem is, GTA 6 isn't coming this year. It's coming next year. Even on the 30th, if they try to announce that GTA 6 is coming this year, it's going to be delayed till next year. I mean, that's obvious. So, what then? Are they going to delay it again? Fable's going to go. I agree with you, it shouldn't. But Microsoft...
Still busy, but it's chaos.
Yeah.
Are they going to invent 2 days? Because there's only 28 days in February. There can't be a 30th when there's only 28 days.
You know what? That completely flew past me. I did not even realize that. I just saw end of February. That's all my brain clocked. It's still not coming in this year, though. Yeah, that flew past me straight. Look, I've had a very busy 4 weeks. Like, I've been absolutely drained of all sanity. How about it has?
Have a nice hot chocolate.
It really has. Like, I've been really overworked this past 4 weeks, while still trying to make videos and trying to keep to stream commitments and whatnot, which has been extremely taxing. And as you saw this week, it finally came to tell where I had to just cancel some. Well, on Tuesday, I had my parents, well, not my parents, my family come round with my parents. And, well, not my parents, my in-laws, who I hadn't seen in a number of years. So that meant I couldn't stream. And then yesterday I decided at 6:30 p.m. that I was going to go sleep. And I woke up at 7 a.m. the next morning. And I'm still tired.
I tried to go to bed early last night, but then my right leg decided to cramp up for like 10 minutes. It was really painful. It was really annoying. So yeah, what have I missed apart from the fact that you invented 2 more days?
Fable. Whether it's being delayed.
Oh yeah, I was
because
going to
of
say,
GTA.
imagine if you say PlayStation. What if the twist isn't the fact it's delayed because of PlayStation? What the twist is, it was delayed because of the Switch 2 version.
Nah, I don't think the Switch 2 is running that. Switch 2 ain't running that, man. No way. Ain't happening.
It will. You have a Kit Kat drink? Nice. I've got a Cadbury's. I don't have one of those pods. Those are fancy. Yeah, imagine if it was. Imagine if it's because they've got a Switch 2 version on the way.
Yeah, Brick, I needed to sleep. I couldn't do it. I was literally sitting on the sofa. I had something to eat at like 5:40. It was really light as well. Nothing heavy. And
I think more like it's... Sorry.
I was gone.
Yeah.
I was absolutely gone.
Hey, for one, I'm not bad. Thank you. Leaf Storm. I think it'd be more like, what? 520p upscaled? Because remember, Switch has DLS, right? Switch 2 supposedly has DLS. So it's probably going to run at like 520p upscaled to 1080p 30 frames.
Alright, I'm going to shock you, Chili.
Yeah.
I know being able to shock people in this day and age is something that pretty much is difficult, right? With, like, tech news. But what if I told you that there are clients out there that still want support for their websites at a 1024 resolution?
Wow. Next, you'll be saying they want support interlaced.
1024.
Wow.
Powerboss, the beta is out on PC. It's supposed to be available on Xbox as well, but they had some problems, and so they're fixing those before they release it on Xbox, and then they're going to add the extra days on.
Wasn't that 720? 1024, right?
768.
768.
4x3.
Wasn't that the Vita?
No, that was 4x3. We're talking prehistoric dinosaur PCs. You know, back like 20 years ago.
I mean, I probably still have that monitor. I'm not going to lie. I probably have one of those monitors still.
I was like, God damn. What are they doing? Yes, Brick, that's the support they wanted on the website.
Wow.
And so my first question was, why? And they're like, well, the client wants... No. Why? Why did we say yes? Because they paid us money. Ah, okay.
I mean, yeah, that's the reason why anyone says yes nowadays for stuff. But no, I'm excited for Fable. Okay, I'm in two minds. I hope it comes to PlayStation because I want to play it. But I also hope it doesn't go to PlayStation so more people have a reason to buy an Xbox.
Yeah, I don't think Microsoft cares about that anymore. And if you look at the player base has drunk the Kool-Aid as well, and they don't care about the console either.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few that do care, by the way. I actually still think exclusives matter, and I'm gonna die on that hill. For me, exclusives do matter. Even though people will say exclusives are a thing of the past, I still think they are good for competition.
I agree. At least I agree for first party exclusives. Third party should be everywhere.
Yeah, like Pac-Man should be a first party exclusive.
Nowadays. Wait, what? Did you say Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you Pac-Man. You can have it as a first party exclusive, but I get Gallagher.
As long as I get Bomberman.
Fine, but then I get Cool Spot.
I get... Oh, what's that side-scrolling shooting game? Gradius? Not Gradius. F-Zero... Is it F something?
F-Zero?
No, that's a racing game. Yo, what's that sideward scrolling shoot 'em up game? Chat,
Contra?
come on. No, not Contra. It's a spaceship one. No. R-Type.
R-Type. Oh, fine. I get Marco's Magic Football.
I get guys.
Then I get damn it, Maximo.
I get Ghouls and
Everyone likes
Ghosts.
hardcore games nowadays.
I get Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay. That's basically just a spin-off of Maximo, but okay.
Hey, look, Ghouls and Ghosts is the original. You can get the cheap remake. We want the original, where you jump and you can't change direction, and you're gonna die while you're watching yourself slowly float into that abyss.
Yeah, but we will be able to sell to the audience because we will have a strapping young man in his underwear when you get hit too many times.
Look. No. If I want to do that, I'll just go claim that Tokyo game.
I mean, that's what happened in Maximo, right? If you got hit twice,
you did.
You went to boxer shorts.
Fine, I'll go Senran Kagura then. That's even more appealing.
Again with the pants.
Radiant Silvergun. How about that?
Oh, that was on Dreamcast, right? I swear I remember hearing about that.
That was on the Sega Saturn.
Oh wow. Oh, you got his underwear and goes and goes too. I'll be honest, I never played Ghouls and Ghosts Power Boss. I played Maximo though. Played it on the PS2. No, I'll admit, if we're going serious, if I had, I wish if Sony had actually wanted to do a good live service game, I still wish they would have done MAG. I would have thought that would have been so insane if that dropped around the same time as Fortnite.
Ikaruga is awesome. That was Dreamcast. So here's the thing, right? I see this sentiment a lot, especially since Forza has been announced and a few others, right? But I don't get this sentiment. I don't get it. To be clear, this is 100% a major L for Xbox users and a W for PS users. Don't get mad at me for saying it's how it is. Get mad at Microsoft, Xbox for putting you in this position. So my question is, why wasn't it an L for Xbox users when PC ran circles around Xbox for the same games? I mean, technically, the PC runs circles around the PS5 Pro and Xbox, right? So what's the difference here?
And I'm not going to lie, hopefully they'll just add a lot of this stuff later on onto the Xbox version.
They can't. It's just not powerful enough. It's just not powerful enough.
Really?
Yeah, the Series X isn't powerful
Well, I'm just saying that if there's any... I'm sure there'll be some enhancements on the base PS5 version as well.
I don't know. I think the base PS5 version is going to be akin to the Series X.
Yeah.
But the PS5 Pro can just push graphically more.
Because they've had time. But yeah, the Pro will push more.
I mean, if there's any refinements, then they'll obviously put that on the Xbox as well. But the PS5 Pro is a more powerful machine. I mean, the processor sucks. It's the same processor, which is stupid. It is one of the most wrecking issue things you can actually do.
Not even overclocked, right?
It's only 10%, but that 10% brings it in line with the Series X. It's not actually doing anything, because the problem with the original PS5 was that when the CPU... This is why, I'm not sure if you've played Spider-Man. Have you played Spider-Man, any of the Spider-Man games?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so have you noticed how you get a really, really intensive scene, and then it kind of cools down and it's really slow for a little while, and then it gets intensive again? Yeah, that's because your CPU kind of overclocks, but the original PS5 doesn't have the capacity to maintain it. The Series X can actually stay for hours in an overclocked state, and it won't affect the cooling. The PS5 original can't do that. Whereas the PS5 Pro
also,
can.
A lot of people don't understand, right? The reason, if anyone wants to know, the reason why everyone why do the PS4 games not have enhancements like the Xbox does? because some old Xbox games run at 60 frames, don't they, compared to like previous games.
Yes, but
That's
Microsoft did that.
Yeah, Microsoft did that, but also the PS5 actually has a hardware profile for the PS4 where it will downclock the GPU and CPU so that it matches the same specs as the
Yeah, but why
original
would
PS4.
you do that? Why not make it better?
That's what it's designed to do. That's what
I know, but that's
how they do it.
That's just a cheap way out, right? They didn't want to invest the time and money to give their users a better experience. Whereas, if you look at some of the games like what's that? Watch Dogs. That from like on the original, I think X360 it was on, or the Xbox One, that was 30 FPS. Yeah. The 60 FPS makes a huge difference to that game.
I both agree. I agree and disagree. Like, I agree that it sucks for the consumer in a way, but I also understand for them in a business standpoint, by doing this, it's easier for them to get the games emulated.
No, but you could do both, which is what Microsoft did. Not every game on the backwards compatible is upgraded.
No, but that would involve Sony putting effort. That's why I said it's both good and bad. Like, yeah. Then you have the whole NVIDIA argument with both Microsoft and Sony that causes problems. You knew about that, right?
What's that?
The whole issue Microsoft had with NVIDIA with emulation.
Microsoft and NVIDIA, no.
One of the reasons why 360 games aren't emulated properly sometimes, and why they had so many issues, is because the graphics card inside the Xbox was NVIDIA based, right?
Yeah, for the OG and the 360.
So NVIDIA wanted percentage of sales for every game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Every backwards compatible game, NVIDIA wanted sales if it ran those games.
That is so big scummy.
Back and between Microsoft and NVIDIA, the fact that NVIDIA had the patents for the hardware, so Microsoft couldn't really reuse it, sort of thing. And so, that's why it took so long.
That is really scummy.
Yeah, that's why I said people want NVIDIA with consoles, but both NVIDIA and PlayStation they've both had issues.
I mean, like I've been saying,
but Microsoft and
I've been saying, man, NVIDIA have done one thing right this generation with the 5090 and the 5080 graphics cards.
Yeah.
They've made PC so unappealing that, consoles now, in my opinion, are the way to go. I mean, just think about it, right? The pricing
some of the
crazy.
GPUs aren't even coming out at the full speed, right? From what I've heard.
It's because they're faulty. But the prices right now, like $3,500-4 grand for a 5080 or a 5090 graphics card, and even then, it's because with features missing, like physics, so you can't even play your older games on there. They're now all CPU dependent, which means they're not running properly. But for the price you're going to pay for,
unusual for PC graphics cards, though, right?
No, it is unusual. This is the first time this happened.
I swear I've heard before that some more modern GPUs sometimes miss some of the codexes from previous old GPUs.
I mean, it has to be really old.
Yeah, I'm talking like really old games.
Yeah, but games like Remember Me, which is not really that old, won't run properly. Games like what's that game from EA, the running one? Mirror's Edge. That runs now like on a 5090 at like 20 frames per second.
I mean, from what I've heard, Borderlands 2 won't run either.
Yeah, so it's really bad. But what I'm saying is the price you're paying for that graphics card, you can go and buy a Series X, a PS5 Pro, probably a Nintendo Switch 2, and a decent OLED TV, and probably still pay less than what you're paying for that graphics card.
Yeah.
And don't forget, with the graphics card, you need everything else as well. The CPU, the motherboard, the RAM, the case, the power supply.
Oh, all the Batman games are also physics.
Mm-hmm. So you lose out on all of them. The 50 series is just trash. Literal trash. But people are paying, $3-4 grand for them. And what I'm saying is right now, they are so unappealing that the money you need to spend for them is like just not worth it. That's all right, Steve. You can send me a 4090 then when you are done with it. That'll do me. But it's just made PC gaming unappealing. And I don't understand why people are paying these exorbitant prices. Just don't pay for it, and eventually the prices will go down. Like the 5090 was less than $2,000 RRP, but shops immediately started charging $3,500 for them.
It's a shame, really, because I was excited to try the 5070. Not gonna lie.
I told you I'm going to send you a naked dude to your house, and his name is going to be Salma Hayek, and he's going to have a bottle of Lambrini. As you can see, you specified booze. Lambrini is booze. Salma Hayek didn't say it needed to be a woman, so I'm going to send you the hairiest dude on the street.
You just say it's someone named that. It doesn't have to be. It didn't say exactly who it is.
Yeah. Paul, it's no surprising. NVIDIA really just care about right now about AI and feeding the upper echelon of the market who are willing to pay for it.
I can't remember I saw it, but NVIDIA makes nothing from graphics cards really when it comes to actual gaming.
Fine, I'll send you a Stella Artois. Beer is booze. I'll toss a Heineken in there just for you as well. Just send a physical beer. Devin was the most heartbroken. For those that don't know, Steve became a mod on my Discord today, and moods got really sour. Fear was baked in everywhere.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Damn it. The operating income for NVIDIA came out, for last year, right?
All right.
I think this was last year. Like gaming is like 2.6 billion, right? Which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but their data center is 22 billion. So they really don't care about gaming at all. Like gaming is about 10% of their income max.
Yeah.
And that will keep going down as well.
And I think Microsoft are in the same position.
Yeah.
If you look at their Azure service, the data centers and whatnot, that's where all the money is. Data and
it's up. By the way, it's up 427% for data center revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And Microsoft's exactly the same. Like all these companies, like Google, Amazon, they're all pushing. Data is their biggest earner, and now they're pushing AI really hard to try and make that as a second massive earner. And it's obviously going to happen, but that's where the money is right now. And it looks like all this stuff pushing towards gaming is just second fiddle. And they know that from the upper echelon, they're going to get that money anyway. They will buy those cards for $3,000, $4,000 because those companies don't care. They need to have the latest tech to run their stuff. Paul? I mean, that's my assumption. So, GTA 6 is my first assumption. I don't think they're really doing that for the next hardware, but you never know.
I really don't think it's for the next hardware.
I mean, let me just put the Avowed clip on. It's not perfect, the Avowed. I mean, not Avowed. Fable stuff, right? It's not perfect, but man, does it look good. Does it look good? Where is it? And the GDC that's gonna happen soon is going to be super interesting, right? because Microsoft are really going to come out with what they want. This weekend, by the way, guys, I'm planning on trying some of these FanFest games on PC and doing mini, maybe 5-minute impressions on them. Hopefully you'll enjoy those videos. It's something different for the channel. I know they're PC, but hey, Xbox might be getting Steam, so it kind of works. But this is the trailer for it. Well, not trailer. Nope, this audio has to go down. This is the one that actually got my whole video demonetized, by the way. This clip here. This 50-second clip.
It's beautiful. By the way, it looks beautiful.
It does.
I wonder if every tree is unique.
It just looks absolutely like crazy.
I'm sorry if you got that reference. I'm sorry.
I mean, even the combat looks really nice, but the lighting,
Yeah, the combat looks fun.
the enemies, it just looks really, really damn good.
By the way,
Except the
I have no
sausages.
issue with the main character, but I do hope that the character creator is still in the game in some way.
Was there a character creator in Fable? I think it could just be a man or a woman,
Yeah.
right?
No, Fable had character creators.
Don't remember. Hey, look, they got the chicken. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You can kick the chicken. But, you know, I've got my doubts if the current gen hardware can run it.
Not really. Okay. Okay. I do remember that if you were too evil, you got horns, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Handheld PCs might be the future, but they're also not the future because they're just not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah.
You know, people
All got
want
my
high
reference.
fidelity.
Fable doesn't have a character. Yeah, fair. I thought I remember one.
I mean, I saw one handheld PC that was actually, mid-ish spec.
Yeah.
And I wanted like $2,000 for it. Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, right.
This looks good. Also, if you angered the chicken too much, they would be really dangerous, right?
That's
Or is that
just
different?
not true, Steve. That's just not true.
No. That'd be like saying, man, I can run this on my Series X. I guess I can load it up on my Commodore 64.
It's not. It's just not true.
My calculator can run this. This isn't Doom. We can't run it on a cell.
I will use my Jedi mind tricks to make it work.
Yeah, Fable 3 had a character design. Okay. I know there was one at least.
This is all gameplay.
Well, it's pre-alpha footage.
Yeah, but that's gameplay.
Yeah.
This is gameplay. I don't care what anyone says. Anyone that says this
Guess
is
what?
not
It'll look
gameplay.
better by the time it comes out.
It will, yeah.
Now, do you think it's gameplay on the Xbox or PC?
This is PC.
Okay.
Except the sausages. I don't like the way they look. They could
But
look
they look okay.
They could look better. Well, Reforge is an idiot anyway, so why would anyone listen to him? But yeah, just look at that scenery. Now, the one thing I did notice there, right, that was interesting, but I didn't really notice
The
before.
physics?
No, here. I mean,
Okay.
you're a bit delayed because you're probably watching the stream. But the actual scenery, look at the grass, right? You got the wheat, the wheat and the actual grass.
And it moves, right?
It's not moving. Or if it is,
Oh, no.
it doesn't look like it's moving at all. Not that it's a big deal, but it's not moving at all.
Maybe they just haven't implemented the wind physics yet.
Yeah.
They haven't downloaded PhysX yet.
Because you can see here, right? Can you see the branch at the top? Right here? That kind of moves a little bit. You can see the
I wonder if they're doing this. And the plants are moving a little bit. If you look, go back. Those plants are moving.
Yeah, they are. Ever so slightly, but it's good enough.
Yeah,
So it's probably just not implemented the win physics.
yeah. I don't. Sorry, I don't think it's a memory issue yet. I just think it's not done yet.
There isn't a character creator in Fable 3. Just a good versus evil. This is getting into fight territory now, boys.
Can we have a sausage creator?
I did Power Boss. That's part of the reason why I made that video, because they were all just not understanding what Destin was saying. And the reason why I omitted Nintendo is because Nintendo's weird, right? In one generation, they had the GameCube, the Wii U out at the same time. In the same period of the 360 PS3. They had 3 generations of consoles. One ending, one going through, and the other one starting. In one
Nintendo
generation.
had its own generation.
Nintendo's just weird. You can't count them because you can't really size the number of consoles they've sold in a generation. It's just not possible. We don't have those numbers anyway, but it's just silly, you know. And that's why no one counts. I mean, even during the FTC trial, Sony themselves said we don't include Nintendo because if people are going to buy a PlayStation, they don't choose between a PlayStation and the Nintendo Switch. They'll either buy both or they'll buy a PlayStation. They don't go and say,
the same with Microsoft.
Yeah, if you're buying an Xbox, you don't decide between an Xbox and a Switch. You buy both. Yeah. So Nintendo doesn't really factor into this, which is exactly what it is. And plus now, Nintendo have also gotten rid of the 3DS and the 2DS, all of their handheld consoles, and kind of put their now consoles into a handheld home system. You know, the Switch is pretty much a handheld console now that you can dock onto a TV. Yeah. But it is a handheld console. It's not a home console anymore.
Yeah, it's designed to... It's because in Japan and a lot of other places have a lot more handheld-based gaming.
Yeah, but you know, it's an 8th generation console. It's a handheld console. It's not a home console anymore.
Right.
It's just something that you can dock into and use on a TV. You know, does that mean that the PS Vita is a home console? Because I could there was a cable I could buy for that officially. That you plug into the power port.
Just like that. Remember, I've got it as well. The Vita box, which was just a Vita without a screen that you could plug into your TV.
You're talking about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've still got resistance in here, but yeah. So, do those count as consoles?
That was a good remote play device.
But do those count as consoles? I mean, the Vita especially.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Venture, PlayStation TV.
Yeah, but does the Vita count as a console? No, it's a handheld console that can dock into the TV, and that's exactly what the Switch is. But notice how all of them, like, up until the point where none of them counted Nintendo. Nintendo could sell X amount of consoles, and they're not competition, they're not this, they don't count. But the moment the actual conversation came about the industry growing or not, that's when narratives changed, and now they're including Nintendo. It's stupid, but yeah, that video, if you ever get a chance and go through the comment section, it's very interesting. Some of the stuff that YouTube actually flagged that people were saying and didn't actually let it go into public is really vile. I actually think that I could get into trouble if I read some of them out on stream or in a video. Like that bad.
I mean, that's why YouTube doesn't want to have them on screen.
Yeah, like they are really bad. I think I can actually get into trouble. Like some of them actually wishing, you know, deleting your save file.
Okay, but I won't have much longer. I realize.
Yeah, I know you need to ship by, I think, what, 9:45, I think you said?
Yeah. So.
I am fully aware. Well, before you head off, the last topic that I wanted to talk about today was the Warner Brothers and Wonderman.
I'm not shocked, but it's, the word I hate to say it, and the Pokemon Direct, Paul Powerboss says. My main issue is I do feel bad for Rocksteady now. They're just going to be the Batman studio, which I know some people want, but I don't know. I feel bad for them. No company wants to be locked to one game. As much as you might think they do, some companies want to be able to make the games that they want to make. They don't want to be forced to make the same game over and over again. So I feel bad for Rocksteady because of Batman, and I overall I don't like it. It sucks. And also because of this, the technology that they invented, right, for the Nemesis system is locked till 2036 because they got it copyrighted until then still.
You know what?
And yeah, I also, Steve, wouldn't trust him with Batman either.
I think I read one of the dumbest things I've ever seen Jez Corden ever say. And I think he's a nice guy, but he made one tweet that I was like, that has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. So he posted that Microsoft should go and buy the Nemesis system and then release it to everyone publicly.
I mean, it's dumb, but I also understand where he's coming from.
Business doesn't work like that.
They should. It doesn't. But I understand in theory why he says that.
I know, but business doesn't work that way.
I mean, if they bought it, they would be releasing it everywhere anyway because they release everything anywhere anyway.
No, he means like making it available for anyone to use.
I know I meant that, but I'm like, technically, I'm just saying that if Microsoft did buy it, funny enough, it would kind of work that way, just not on every game. The issue, okay, do you think, Chaos, you know what I'm going to say that he might hate? I think that's a bad idea.
What, Microsoft buying it?
Like, even if, let's just say, in this perfect world, Microsoft decided to buy it and then release the Nemesis system for free for everyone. I think that is a horrible idea. I think that would be one of the worst, because then every company would use it.
And then it wouldn't be special.
No, it would get worse. So no, I don't want that.
But yeah, Warner Brothers canceling Wonder Woman is sad. Now I remember I actually stumped while I was working. I just left YouTube running, and Alex's video came on, and it was talking about it and saying that they should cancel Wonder Woman because apparently they've already invested $100 million into it and rebooted it once or twice already. So at this point, they might as well just cut their losses. And I was like, I hope they don't do that. And it turns out that that's the path that they've gone down. But they've also shut down like 3 studios in the process as well to restructure the organization. And I'm really hoping someone goes along and at least picks up one of the studios or 2 of them or whatever. Because Monolith especially is a very good studio. And them disappearing is so sad.
But hopefully the staff can at least get jobs or restructure under a new team.
Moon Studios came out and said, please send me your CVs, we've got places open. So that was really nice of them. That was really nice of. As soon as he heard, he immediately reached out to them over social media. But yeah, I think Wonder Woman could have been a really good game. You know, if they made it in the same vein as the old Arkham games, but with the Wonder Woman twist, it didn't need to be a Batman game. It's just a shame that the only success that they think they can have is Batman and the Arkham style series. I mean, I think they got
the
really
worst
hurt.
Most of those Arkham, in my opinion, those Arkham games got worse for every game anyway.
They did. They absolutely did. But after the squad game, need to be careful with the naming structure because YouTube doesn't like it. But you know what I'm talking about with the squad game. They doubled
Yeah.
down, and then they tripled down, and they quadrupled down, and said, "Right, I think we get the picture." When if we're giving the game away for free with Epic Games and no one is still biting, then it's clear that no one wants this game.
Talking about free games, Dragon Age is free next month on Plus.
Ooh. Oh yes, I
So-
saw. But I'm more interested in the Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Yeah,
But-
Sonic Colors Ultimate. And there was a, you know what?
Cowabunga.
I'm actually more excited for the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles Cowabunga collection.
Why? Because it adventures? No, I just think it's something different. Unlike Batman, who goes around in a certain kind of style
You
of
see that
what he
Ridley
is.
doesn't get the Dragon Age game? And that sucks, Power Boss. But I'm not shocked either.
Wonder Woman, I think, could have, been a different enough game to be, stand on its own and just be its own entity.
But the issue is, wasn't it going to be? Didn't they start rebooting it into a live service game?
Yeah, they were just trying everything, and it just wasn't working, which is a shame. But I'm sad that the game is cancelled. I'm hoping someone else can come along and pick it up.
We need more good superhero-based games, in my opinion. Like, I love Spider-Man, and Batman was cool, but like, there are so many different superheroes out there that need their own game.
But Warner Brothers need to start passing on some of these licenses to people that actually want to make games. I agree, Susanna. I agree. But yeah, like I said in my video, there's a human element to all of this as well. Free studios closing is a lot of people losing their jobs. Yeah. And it's the human element that probably sucks the most. Good night, Paul.
Yeah, I agree. It's more the people who get fired than anything that sucks about all of this.
Yep. And I will always maintain that, folks, whether it's Concord, it's Warner Brothers, or anything. The games are the games, and if they suck, they suck. And if they do bad, they do bad. And, we've seen it with Dragon Age Veilguard, we've seen it with Concord, and we've seen it with a number of other games as well, where the games just haven't sold and the studios have either closed or collapsed or whatever. But it's the human element that's the problem. And a lot of people are losing their jobs, and they're losing them at an untimely time, and it's never a good thing. And I know certain people champion job losses like there's no tomorrow, and those people are actually really sad and pathetic. And that should never be the case. You should never champion someone losing their job. Unless they actually deserve it, right? I get that. If you actually deserve the job loss, that's different.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah. Also, Power Boss, that's cool, but no, I'll be honest, I like the Dragon Age game, so I'm kind of excited to try
I've just upset Devin again. All right, let's check out this quick
But before
Nintendo
I go,
trailer.
I'd love to see your thoughts on the Pokemon stuff before I have to run.
Yeah, I'm just putting it on right now. I'm kind of going to leave the thing in the background running, the little music thing, because hopefully that will detract from the demonetization. I'm keeping the volume a little low.
We talk loudly.
Right, we're going to talk over this. Look, it's Pika.
It's. By the way, before can we pause for a second before we start?
Can.
Power World?
I do know Power World. It's a great game, better than Pokemon.
The developers said the fact that the owners of the company, that the owners of the developers, said they've got tomorrow off so they can enjoy Monster Hunter. So they've told the staff they can have all of tomorrow off so they can enjoy Monster Hunter's
That's
launch
cool.
day. Because they said that they knew a lot of the staff would be handing in sick notes anyway, so they said rather than having people pretending that they're ill to skip the day to play the game, they just gave everyone it off.
Now that you've mentioned that, right? Today at work, and it hadn't clocked in, we've had a number of our developers, front-end developers, falling sick.
Yeah.
And we've dubbed it the front-end bug, which actually works quite nicely. And so they're not coming in tomorrow because they've caught the front-end bug, as we're now dubbing it. It's all for Monster Hunter, isn't it?
Yeah. You're right, Susanna. It's not one day is not enough, but it's still They knew that people were going to take tomorrow off anyway. It's the same reason why for Dragon Quest, a lot of companies would shut down in Japan on the day of a Dragon Quest release because they knew that most people would skip work to play Dragon Quest. So places would close for the day so that all the staff could go play Dragon Quest.
Yep.
Became a national holiday at one point.
I mean, Dragon Quest is
Anyway,
huge
carry
in
on.
Japan. Not as big as Google Stadia, but it's still big.
Do.
Hello,
Everyone was trolled by the fact that they
I'm
played
Ishihara
R&B music.
from the Pokemon Company.
And it's not even about the one day. It's the fact that the game isn't going to work on day one.
This is the date the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games.
It's
were
going to be
first
Railbound
released,
Savage all over again.
marking
You
the
watch.
beginning of the Pokemon series.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's been
Ha,
29 years
they won't get that
since the
reference.
birth of Pokemon. And we've reached this milestone.
Have you reached
with the
it?
support of all you
Yeah.
trainers around the world.
Red, look, there's red and
Thanks
green
to
in the
all of you,
background.
It's now possible to enjoy Pokemon each day in a variety of ways.
Mate, can you imagine if it doesn't
We
work
hope
tomorrow?
to keep bringing you new experiences.
I'm
to
not-
brighten
I'll
your
be shocked if it
day-to-day
does.
lives with Pokemon. Today's broadcast, we'll be sharing.
I'm
all
just
the latest
realizing they
news
don't
about
have blue in the
Pokemon,
background because blue
including
never
our
really
newest
officially
titles.
released until later.
Please enjoy the presentation.
What's that, Arthur?
It's the Netflix series Pokemon Concierge.
Here's the
Taking
Netflix.
place at the Pokemon
Really?
Resort on
Netflix series?
Tropical Island. The story follows
Yeah.
Haru, who is still finding her feet as a new
Why
concierge,
stop motion?
and Psyduck as they grow together through their interactions.
I don't know, but
with
I
the
like it. It looks
Pokemon
cute.
guests. Its charm lies in the warm visuals that can be achieved
Oh
only
my
through
god,
sound.
I know what they're doing.
And new episodes of Pokemon Concierge are in
That is
production.
literally
They are slated for release
plushie
in
toys
September
everywhere.
2025. What sort of Pokemon will Haru and
That
Psyduck
is
welcome?
literally printing money.
Take a first
Yeah.
look at a few of the
That is
Pokemon
literally
that will
printing.
make
Look, that
you
is
test
printing
them.
money right now.
Just look at the personality and how they move.
That
But
is
there's more.
absolutely
For a
printing money
limited
right
time,
now.
The first 4 episodes are available to watch on
Yep.
Pokemon's
You can go
official
watch the
YouTube
first 4. I
channel
need to
for
go
free.
see them.
Please take this chance to watch them if you
'Cause I
haven't
don't have
been able to
Netflix.
Tune into Pokemon Concierge yet. And
You do
we hope
not?
You look forward to the new
I don't.
episodes as well.
Crunchyroll right now, and I'm gonna get Disney Plus once.
Hello, everyone. I'm
what's
Utsunomiya
good?
from the
Yeah.
Pokemon Company.
He looks way too corporate
Next,
to be working
we have a number of
as a
other
developer.
Yeah, he looks very corporate. He looks like he's been CGI'd into this, in my opinion.
In Pokemon Go told
Oh, Pokemon Go's still a thing.
I've
Yeah,
played
of
this
course
in
it
so
is.
long.
and March 2nd. This event can be enjoyed at no cost from anywhere in
We
the
used to,
world. Pokemon Go
me and the
is
kids,
available.
that
During
with
event,
the train
legendary
station down where we were
Pokemon
used to be like a
Black
hub
Kyurem
spot,
and White Kyurem will appear
and my kids
in
used to
the
love this
Pokemon
game. So I
Go.
used to drive them down
Also,
to the train
players will
station,
soon have a chance to
and they used
encounter
to be the
shiny
like the
yellow
Pokemon
web.
battles,
Also share
and so
Pokemon
many
Go.
people
Oh, that was
just
at
used
Daredevil
to
Court, see.
We hope you're looking forward to the new
Sorry.
just hang around and battle all the time with the bigger Pokemon that used to come. People trying to catch them
Nice.
and whatnot. I like that sort of thing, like the community coming together. Is this another? Oh, is this another anime? What's the actual game?
This is another mobile game. Pokemon Masters. There's a
Well,
lot of mobile games here.
Look, all I'm saying is this, right?
Heads up.
Nintendo's gone third party.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Pokemon Go was different. That's a cash grab, if there ever was one. That's an actual
this is a
game.
Pokemon Cafe game.
I said 2028, but I guess they go third party on 2025. And if you have the know-how, you go. They've gone third party from last year on the PC.
And this is Pokemon Sleep, the game that told me I was sleeping so little that I should be dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Pokemon Sleep.
Well, I didn't say that exactly, but it's like you should. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah, it tracks how you sleep.
How?
I don't know how exactly, but it tracks your sleeping.
It's called Pokemon Sleep.
Yeah, it tracks your sleep.
I'm gonna have to try that out.
It's something about the way you movement and sound, and this is Pokemon Unite, I think.
Do you know what? Like, my kids will love this. This is like literally a show made for them, and it's primarily designed to make me go bankrupt with all the toys they're gonna want.
Remote Stadium will be returning to ranked matches. Enjoy intense battles.
This is
in
literally
unforgettable
designed to,
Remote Stadium.
like,
The
Dad,
new
I
type
want
of
that
battle
plushie.
is also
Dad, I
called
want that toy.
First to
Dad,
Fight.
oh.
In it, a new feature called
Yeah.
Eos
I enjoy.
technology
Oh, boss, I
allows
actually
you to
enjoy
use
Unite.
special
I played it
effects
for a
when you
while
score
when
a
it first
certain
came
number
out.
of
It's a lot of fun.
Plus,
Wasn't it
look
really
forward to an updated
unbalanced?
map.
I
With
mean, I
updated
remember it
wild
being
It wasn't
really,
the best balanced
really,
game, but it was
be
fun.
the first
Yeah.
to score 500 points.
but you could really make it one-sided very quickly.
Yeah.
You got a pack, by the way, Chinny.
Pokemon TCG Pocket! Yay! Oh.
Look, we need an FF TCG.
Well, we need a digital one. We already have a physical one.
Did you ever buy the board game?
What board game?
The FF14 board game.
No.
I went to buy it and it was sold
the-
out like instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to play it, but well, I'd have no one to play it with, so that's why I did. That's I like I want it, but I know that I never get to use it. So
What we should do is like do what Angry Joe does and get everyone like have one person set it up and then have like
well,
iPads or
that's why I
something.
like what you call it. Where is it? I know it's not that, but that's why I like Roll20. Roll20 is good for stuff like that.
And we
I
can
don't know
set
if
up
you ever
like a
heard of
thing.
Roll20.
No, I haven't, but I'll check them out.
Yeah. It's a D&D online game thing where you can set up your own D&D with boards
Right.
and stuff.
I've been trying to get my kids into it for ages, and every time I say, let's go buy a D&D set and we can give it a try, they're like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And I'm not really interested. But
See, I
knew-
know a lot of people aren't excited about this, and like, yeah, I use Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds, yeah, and Beyond, what's good, D&D Beyond as well, Power Boss as well, right?
What is this? What's so special about this?
This is just the next set of Pokemon cards.
Okay, so why am I excited about that?
I don't know. I kind of knew this wasn't going to be that exciting because it's next year's the 30th.
Next,
Like,
allow me to share
there's not
some
going to be
news
anything
about
that
the
exciting
Pokemon
this year
video
when
games
they know the 30th anniversary is next year.
That's the one they're going to go
Scarlet
all
and
out
Pokemon
on.
Violet games.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
celebrating Pokemon Day with a Rotom phone case giveaway.
They're going to have the next version of Pikachu announced.
Along with a mass
Yeah.
outbreak event and other in-game events to come. A mighty Meowscarada
Yeah, the other is just character
Skeletor
creation
and
sheets.
Grekoval will appear in a series of Terra Raid battle events. And even more Pokemon are planned to appear.
But you know what? This is going to sell at least another, 5 million
We hope you
Nintendo Switches?
enjoy the
Hopefully.
Pokemon Scarlet
Maybe
and
6.
Pokemon Violet games.
They're hoping it will, if they announce like a Star Fox or something or another,
Well,
something similar.
here we go.
No, that music is not sounding good.
Ah,
Dude, they demonetize
This is
over
when-
everything. Man,
use more
Game
purple,
Boys,
more bear instead. Fair.
N64, with the most
You know when you joked about Nintendo going third party,
yeah.
this you weren't half wrong. By the way, I like this trailer. To be honest, this
It's a complete
is cool.
evolution of their handheld stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it ends up at the Switch, right? It has to. Or are they going to showcase the Switch too? Mobile! Of course.
Yeah, mobile crossplay.
Yeah, I mean, it's Nintendo ain't stupid.
Yeah,
They know that if they want to reach a new audience, they need to expand because they're not growing either. And now people are going to say, How are they not growing? They've got 150 million consoles. How are they not growing? Well, the Wii only sold, well, I say only, but the Wii sold 100 million units overall over 2.5 generations. The Switch has sold 150 million, but it's also included the handheld generation as well.
And the Switch has been 2 generations as well, right?
It's 2 generations, the same as the Wii, but the difference is the Wii did it on its own. The Switch has incorporated the 3DS, the Game Boy Advance generation. It's incorporated all of that into its numbers as well. So it's combined essentially 2 consoles worth of sales. So theoretically, I mean, the 3DS sold what was it? 100 and...
No, I don't think it sold that much in the end, right?
It's sold more than the Switch. Is it a 2DS or the 3DS? The Nintendo DS or the 3DS? One of them sold like 153 million units.
I think you're talking about the DS, because I don't think...
Right.
Yeah, the 3DS, because the 3DS was actually... Because, Because people joke about the Vita and PSP, but the PSP and that were actually competing with the 3DS, because the 3DS sold 75 million worldwide.
It just didn't have the games.
No.
You can sell as many as you want, but if you don't have support from your first party... Sony abandoned it the moment it came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was either the DS or the 3DS that had 153 million units. And what I'm saying is...
I think it's the DS.
You're incorporating those customers that bought those into your 150 million. So it's so difficult to gauge Nintendo, but I don't think they're actually growing either. If anything, I think they've shrunk. If you think about how many units that they sold with their handhelds and their consoles separately, they were looking at 100 million each. And now they've gone down to 150 million. They've lost 50 million because they've consolidated it into one unit instead of 3. They're saving money, obviously, but they've clearly lost sales and they've shrunk. Obviously, people are going to come out and say I'm chatting rubbish, but the numbers are there for you to all just go and look at. So Nintendo themselves also know that they need to bring in new audiences, and the easiest way to do it, mobile is king right now, and Apple is number 1, so that's a no-brainer. The problem I think they find with mobile is that they kind of have to pick like a specific version model and up, and it's usually like the latest one because the game is so demanding. So it does limit your audience.
Pokemon's never that demanding.
That was the iPhone 15 that they were showing there.
Yeah. But they're going to showcase the latest model, aren't they? But
16 is the latest.
It's probably going to work on the... I say not the latest, but it's probably... I'm going to guess the 13th on up.
There's a lot of people still on 10 and between 10 and 13.
Yeah. There probably is still a lot of people. But I'm just saying, like, you say the latest, but, like, I don't think it's going to be the latest, but, like...
I mean, it's still going to...
Yeah.
Be expensive.
Yeah, it's still going to be expensive. And this is the new Pokemon game. This is the new Pokemon ZA.
Yep.
Okay, I like the look of it. I think it looks okay. But I think, like a lot of people, my issue is the fact that it's all in one city. So
I'm okay with that.
I don't know. I like all the different environments of the last... Because this is an open world game.
Yeah, but it depends how big the city is. If it's, you know...
But I like all the different environments of the
No, I get that. I get that. And I totally appreciate that. But if the environment is huge, you know, then Powerboss. There is no outside the city gameplay. It is just all in city. So anyway, carry on. But I understand why they did that, they kind of done the previous one was kind of like in the caves and outside in the openness and whatnot, and performance sucked horrendously. And then they had all sorts of problems with it. I'm assuming it's a memory issue. By keeping it into one confined area, it's probably just easier to run on the Switch. I think
Plus,
the
they can
next
use
year
more
one,
repeat textures this way.
yeah, next one they run in on the Switch 2, which will be next year that they showcase. That one is going to be a big one. And Tazano, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk about stuff
No, there's
that
still
would bother you.
Pokeballs.
Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas. These days,
What bothered? Sorry, Susanna. What was?
urban redevelopment
Me talking about how the
Okay.
even Nintendo is shrinking in sales.
Yeah.
Because they are shrinking.
after you
Yeah.
arrive in Lumio City to see the
You know,
you'll meet
look at their numbers between their handheld and their consoles and combine it. Don't include the Wii U. That just sucked. That flopped tremendously. That didn't even hit 10 million sales.
as you get to know Lumio City and its inhabitants. Here is
Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm looking forward to this.
when you arrive in Lumio,
It looks good though.
friend and ally.
Yeah.
And this is on a Switch, right?
Yeah, this is on the original Switch.
It still looks good for a Switch. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Lumios's redevelopment is
It still looks good for a Switch.
you'll become acquainted with the company's
I'm guessing they're all going to be like...
Yeah, don't expect them to have actual voice acting probably. I do find the wild zones just like if Last of Us, but with Pokemon. Like, by the way, they're like we like to have it so that the Pokemon have areas that they can thrive and live in. By the way, you can go out there and catch them. With this,
There's something wrong with that statement so badly.
yeah, this
Go.
is where you can live.
Live your life. Get over here.
Yeah, you can only live in these quarters.
Your freedom
Yeah.
was for a fleeting 4 minutes.
Oh, it feels so wrong. Ah.
You want freedom? I give you Braveheart.
Mega Evolution is back.
Mega Evolution. When a trainer's keystone resonates with
Ah.
the megastone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape.
But yeah,
It'll unlock a new level of power, turning the tide of battle.
And that's basically the whole of the percent, really.
I think it was. I
That was
mean, if
it.
you're a Pokemon fan, I think this is awesome. There's something there for
I thought it was a
everyone.
good one.
There's something there for everyone.
Like,
I've not.
it wasn't the best present, but it was definitely, it was good.
Yeah, I think it was good. There was something there for everyone.
Coming late 2025.
Like, if you're a professional, you got the championship for the professional battlers, you got the casual stuff, yeah, and then you got this teaser.
More mobile phone. Is that it?
That's it.
Corpo guy is back.
Yep. And it's
Yeah, that's
releasing
pretty
this
much it.
year, 2025.
Well, Chili, I know you have to run, so if you want to plug yourself. Okay, that sounded way worse than it was intended to. You can get one of those mouth guards as well if you want. Those gag balls, that should do the trick, right?
Only if I can get like a Pokeball.
Whatever floats your boat, mate. Whatever floats.
Friendship ball designed. But no, I'm Chili, one half of Moogle. I'm ready. You can find me on Twitch and Moogle. I'm ready. You can also find me on Hollow5 saying gaming on YouTube. Recently hit 137 subscribers, so we're getting close to 150. Thank you as always for Chaos for having me on. Remember, if you haven't liked this stream, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to Chaos, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a lovely evening, and don't kink shame. Bye.
Hey, Ghosty, isn't that like a typical weekend for you? I know what you crazy Scousers get up to. I have Scouser friends that live up there. Bye, Pony. I know what you get up to, buddy. But yeah, that wasn't actually bad. You see? You see, Power Boss knows. It's more just gags and a bag over the head. See, you know that he's not telling you the full truth when he's not including a white van. The van needs to play a role in this. It is the Scouser way. If there's no van, then he's clearly not telling you the full story. Worst 20 minutes of your life? I could one up that with Carmine dancing on Dom after that fateful scene. Someone actually did that. Too suspicious? Would I ever eat a small Poundland pizza? What's on there? What's on the pizza? If it's ham and pineapple, absolutely. Because I think we all can agree ham and pineapple is the best topping for a pizza. It's literally just the best topping. Right, chat? Look, gaming, I know you like ham and pineapple. No, not with Marmite. That's nasty. So apparently there was a Knights of the Old Republic stream, but I don't think they talked about any of the new games. Just what they're doing with the old game, updating it. I'm surprised they're still working on it, to be honest. But apparently they're still working on it. I mean, this game's old, and they're still doing work on it. Didn't really play Pillars of Eternity, but I'm really enjoying the dialogue. I'm really enjoying the combat. Overall, I think I've got like 6-7 hours in it at the moment. Not had much time to invest as much as I'd like to, but my first impressions so far are really good. I really, really like it. And I've seen like a number of comments of people saying, "Oh my god, look at the female characters! They should all look like Eve from Stellar Blade." No, they shouldn't. Can you imagine how weird it would look with everyone being a supermodel in a medieval time? People are just so stupid. But no, I'm really enjoying it. Ah, you see, Byron knows, man. Byron is legendary. He's hit that legend status right there. Any Atelier fans out there? Because Atelier is coming to Xbox very soon with Atelier Yumiya. Its release is imminent, in fact. What do you mean? Gacha games being the same as what? None of them are set in a a medieval time. Not the ones I play. Nah, Eve looks better than all of them. Well, for the most part. But I think it just ruins. I can't see it working. That's my opinion, anyway. By the way, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because that's all I had for today in terms of topics to bring up. Again, we can check out Atelier if people want. Over the weekend, I'm gonna be, like I said, checking out some of the PC FanFest games and making short videos on those to see what's decent, what's not decent for anyone interested in picking some of those indie games up. Because I've recently just really started to enjoy indie games. They're not long, they're really short, but they provide you good value for your money and a good bit of entertainment. But yeah. Yeah. Avowed shouldn't be compared to Skyrim. It's a different engine entirely. That's stupid. Keep in mind that, they were all saying that the creation engine was bad with Starfield. And now they're saying that the creation engine is the best thing ever. Right? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be completing all the side quests in Avowed. Some of them are quite far away, but I don't know. The game, at the moment, I'm really enjoying the game. And the side quests don't feel wasted. Even that one where the woman told me to go and clear out the Zupris or Zup something, those lizard people. I felt bad for doing it, and I kind of wish I could have murdered her at the end. It felt so, she deceived me. Look, it's the way Zarups, that's the one. It's clear that, once these games go to PlayStation, everyone's going to be cheering for them. But I think this age-old thing where people crap on games because they're on the opposite platform, it doesn't benefit anyone. All it does is hurt. the studios and the developers for the most part. It kind of just, people just need to, I don't know, just stop doing that sort of thing. It's sad. But hey, Monster Hunter Wilds is coming soon. Probably like an hour or so away, maybe 2 hours. If you're in New Zealand. How many of you right now have traveled to New Zealand during this stream? You know, don't get me wrong, I can appreciate exclusive games. I can also appreciate the need for exclusive games because it's something that I believe is a good thing, right? But that's me personally. I also can understand that having games open on all platforms is pro-consumer. But I also see how the opposite can be true as well. So I'm not going to sit there and cry anything about that. But if a game is good, it's good. End of story. I'm not going to turn around and say Half-Life Alyx is a bad game because it's only available on PC. When it's probably, well, it is the best VR game out there. Period. Nothing comes close to it. At all. No matter how much those PlayStation fanboys want to cry that GT7 comes close, it absolutely doesn't. Half-Life Alyx is in a league of its own. But, you know, I'm still not going to say that GT7 VR is bad. I'm not a simulation racer personally, but in VR it's a lot of fun. If you have the full setup, it can be a lot of fun. Right? Hey, Jaeger. No, but I'm just saying in general, Talos. Good games are good games. Whether they're on the Switch, Google Stadia, the Ouya, the Etch-a-Sketch, a good game is a good game. Well, Forza Motorsport and GT7 are as close to sim as you're going to get. Realistically. No way! Oh, no! No way! Chat, did you see this? No way! No way! No way! Oh, Monster Hunter World is gonna be massive. Everyone's gonna play it. Did anyone see this? Ah, right. So Saudi Arabia doesn't get Dragon Age. Would you wrestle? I don't even know who Guru Larry is. But probably not in baby oil. Things may slip into places that they shouldn't be. Honestly, on the first PSVR, the only game that I found really enjoyable was the Astrobot demos. Me and the kids played like tons of hours of that. I mean, I get it. I get why. But clearly they're putting money ahead of principle, right? Has Monster Hunter released already? I know some people got early access. I mean, they did the same thing with Spider-Man as well, right? The Spider-Man version took out all the LGBTQ quests, the flags, everything. It's completely devoid of all of that. So if you get that version, it's got all of that stripped. I do not. What's the frequency? I'm normally listening to Hits Radio in the mornings when I'm driving the kids to school. That's crazy, man. That is actually crazy. I don't know if that's funny. But anyway, chat. If there's nothing else you want me to cover today, we're going to call it there. No point in prolonging because I've not got much else to really talk about. News has been quite stale as of late. At least it's not been as busy as it can be. Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be an interesting one to see how it actually performs when we get it as opposed to all these other people. Going to be interesting. Right then. I am going to call it a day and go crash somewhere in a bed. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight, and I'll see you next time. Remain legend, folks. Peace out. You're trading for a Switch too? I do buy stuff in Poundlands, Shinzo. Steve, I'm gonna see how I am tomorrow, because I am still quite exhausted. So by 12 o'clock, I'm gonna put something up, if we're doing it. You'll have a placeholder up by 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It just depends how busy I am tomorrow, because I'm barely staying awake at the moment. And so I don't want to just be falling over sleeping during the thing. I've just been really busy, honestly. And it sucks because I feel bad, but I'm trying my best to fit everything in. Alright, man. Peace out, folks. Have a good night. Bye.